Okay, so a little postscript before we get into the video. I was thinking of a previous playthrough that I did for a test, but yes, we are going to Venom in this video. So just ignore everything I said in the last part and at the ending of the last part, anyway. And here we go. Hey, okay, we're on Venom. Yeah, I feel dumb considering I said that so much, but as you can see, there is a mob of enemies, and we will make sure that this recording goes well because I'm using the computer's mic, and that can kind of um, it backfired last time just because I had the settings all weird, but it was looking good this time. So, and this first run, I actually suicide out because I don't know, I was hitting a lot of shit, so I wasn't liking it. Um, this is the easy Venom route. 22 kills with one shot. Man. It is. Well, it's of course it's being the easy route. It's easier to get to, but it's also harder to get them. Ow! Why'd you run on me, cat? The metal numbers, the numbers to get the metal, rather. So there you go. Get those lasers. That's what we want. But I bet if you approach this with like 9 bombs, um, and hyper lasers from the start, probably have an easier time. I'm sure it's possible to get. I think the 250 hits you need. Well, it might be 200. Um, but yeah, sure it can be done. Just let's see. I usually fly with Falco through these tunnels or like these pathways, but yeah, there's a bunch of them. The dragon enemies from the one medium path we haven't done yet. But yeah, I usually take this path that has these little columns that come up from the ground. There's another one you can do that has like little like square pillars that kind of fly at you and rotate in the air. We'll see them a little later. There's one segment that's like near the end of the level that has them, but I like flying over these. I think it looks cooler. um, that's really the only reason. But yeah, begin this easy pathway. Brings back memories of your dad. Yeah, I guess they did go to Venom and attacked it. The Pigma betrayed them. Son of a bitch. I always thought this temple was pretty cool too. Um, just its design and the boss fight inside's pretty unique, if nothing else. Thankfully, there is a laser power up. So what you're gonna do here is shoot every single panel of this guy, his armor off to expose him, and then you can defeat him. He's not super difficult. It's more of like, can you shoot him while avoiding the hits? On the hard mode, where like any hit to your ship destroys a wing, I'm sure it's much harder. But I've never actually played this to get the medal in hard mode. The hard path on the hard mode. I don't have it on this uh, ROM that I'm playing through, but on my cartridge, I believe I do have everything gold medaled on both hard and easy mode, of course. When you do that, you actually get multiplayer where you can play as the Star Fox crew with blasters, for what little that's worth. But it was cool to have. Anyway, here Fox goes it alone. I'm still kind of like blown away by the design of this game and how cool it is. being that it was a launch title for the 64. When I got the 64 for Christmas, the year when it came out, I had, hmm, excuse me, Super Mario 64, Star Fox, and Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub Zero, because I played Mortal Kombat on um, Sega Genesis a lot. That game had an interesting idea and a story, but it was not good. That wasn't super bad either. It was just, not the game like Mortal Kombat should. Not the game that Midway and the Mortal Kombat designers should have made. Alright, so here's Andros. What you want to do is shoot him in the eyes and then you can shoot his hands. Kind of surprised I didn't get enough hits on the hand right here to blow it up. Because I was literally laying onto it the entire time. And shoot a bomb into his mouth. Go back to that hand. There it goes. I'll just shoot him till kind of blows away, and you'll see he's a machine. And one well-placed bomb hit right to his face will end the battle. Kind of cool to have that timing. Cat is obsessed with the window right now. There she goes. What are you looking at? But mission accomplished. And the dialogue is different depending on if you beat it on the easy route or the hard route. The easy route isn't like as impressive, really, but also if you beat this on with the one level from the medium route and one from the hard route, you can have the one guest character kind of flying with your team here at the end, which is cool. But since I beat this on easy, we don't have that. We will see one of them later on. On the hard mode ending, I should say. And we'll see the other character on his levels on the medium that he makes an appearance. But another great ending sequence, if you played Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, you'll know these Miyamoto-directed games have cool endings. The N64, in my opinion, anyway. And nice to go back in time and see it again, Speaking of that, I was actually looking at some old... before the internet, there used to be a bunch of games magazines that would run that would give you, like, the tips and tricks. Obviously, the most, I guess, famous was Nintendo Power and I guess Game Informer. But I was looking up, frantically trying to look up one that I used to get every month for its whole run, actually, I believe, called GameNOW, which was, I guess, more focused on the actual gaming stuff and less on the, I guess, the culture and everything that can go along with the games that were featured at the time, like interviews and stuff. It was just game reviews, and there would always be a large cheat code stuff in the back of the book, because it was like back when the internet was first coming out, you couldn't just go to like the guides on, like, I guess I hate to shout them out because I'm not a huge fan of them, but IGN and stuff. Like, you can look at guides for how do I do this, like, mission, and let's say, because the game I've been playing lately, Hitman 2, be like, okay, how do I fulfill this objective kind of thing. But back then, you just had the magazines and stuff to look at, and maybe, like, there were codes for the Sega Genesis and older systems that you could get, to get but, for example, for Sonic 2, to put in what songs to play at the song test to unlock, like, the level select mode and stuff, that stuff was available online. But No,
We prefer doing things our own way.
just a blast from the past to see how we used to have to do things.
Great Fox is ready to go.
Some pretty decent voice acting too for the generation that it's in. There's this great shot here coming up. I'm running against the sunset. It's like I don't know who like put this on the storyboard, but it's pretty cool. Voice acting has always been something that like it's kind of an interest to me. My buddy Captain McMuffin, who is on the Final Fantasy X playthrough with me, I think he especially would be great at it. He can have do a whole range of voices. I've kind of got the deep voice going, so medium and deeper range, he can kind of do everything. So I'd be good for like your villain characters or whatever. I think so anyway. It's all in how you give the performance, you know. Yeah, but Great Fox Rising here. This is a really nice shot. I really love this actually. Even the effect of the thrusters there, like lifting off with the remix theme. Like, oh my god, this ending is so good. Super Mario Club. That was a thing. Um, doesn't exist anymore. I'm not really sure on the specifics of it, but I know people that did testing and got stuff from Nintendo and English version staff. Shout out. This is such a classic game. I'm here talking about it like we're finished with it, but shit, we're only halfway through. But we got we got to watch the I guess you could call it the false credit sequence because of the shot that's coming up. Oh boy, 8 years old when this came out. What a game! Actually, you want to know what's cool? I don't think it was released. The Rumble Pack came with this, but I actually still have my gold controller that came with the original um, N64. Like they did promo controllers and stuff. Mine actually still works. The analog stick is really loose on it, but it still plays. You just get used to it. 1,000 hits for easy mode, not bad.